Hey, what's going on YouTube? This your boy King Gabe here, and well, looks like we got another What I Saw at the Movie once again. That's coming from Disney Plus, of course, just like Disenchanted. This time it's the Guardian of the Galaxy holiday special. It's yeah, I guess in a way it's kind of a movie, sort of a not a theatrical movie, obviously. Not the well, at least lengthwise, but I guess it could still be somewhat considered like a movie, holiday special movie. Sort of, I guess I guess say like like the Garfield holiday specials or just any holiday special in general. Um, well, we'll say it's a lot better than Star Wars holiday specials. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that was supposed to be. Just Star Star Wars got some great stuff to it. Admittedly, I have to say I've only seen one Star Wars movie. I really at some point I really got to sit down and just maybe look through these Star Wars movies then, like from beginning to end. Which I know is probably a lot to go through, because I mean it is some cool stuff in there, and it's I know a lot of y'all probably surprised that like well hey, it's all cool stuff. How come you ain't watched? How come you only watched one movie? I just said really kind of hard to explain. I guess amongst all I've watched growing up, yeah, I just never had got around to like sitting down looking at the Star Wars movie. But like I say, I do know they exist, and I know I know the I am your father, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and all that there. All the cool stuff that's in it. So I know they good movies. That I do know. And the only stinker was the holiday special, so the Life Day thing. So yeah, I will get around. So I'll do my best to get around to watching some of those movies, or watching just the Star Wars movies in general. When I do, as Link Horror said about his History of Power Rangers, when I do. So but let's get to what I have looked at with Guardian of the Galaxy, their holiday special, which is not Life Day. It actually is Christmas, so it makes sense with the title. So this is what I recall from it being pretty much 44 minutes, estimate of 45, but yeah, according to the runtime, 44 minutes. So the movie actually starts off almost like they're about to do a news report. The way the screen looks when they say special presentation there. Then it goes into this animated feature, which I don't know if this was James Gunn's idea or the movie's or anybody else involved with the movie. I don't know if they were intending to do this, but it's sort of from my assumption, I think they were sort of poking fun at the Star Wars holiday special with the animated intro, where you get to see Peter Quill as a little boy. When I guess back when he kind of was first in space, after not too long after Yondu had took him from Earth and everything. So yeah, you get to see him. He's setting up a tree and stuff, and he tells Yondu about it's back on Earth. Once a year we have what's called a Christmas celebration. Yondu, pretty much turns into Scrooge and just hey, Christmas, humblah. That's the only thing missing is Yondu to go humblah. Yeah, and then we cut to I forgot they got forgot that guy's name. The one that was telling this flashback. I forgot his name. If y'all remember, like I say, because I can't look, I can't look at nothing while I'm doing this video. This has to be completely ad lib. So, any of y'all know who that guy is? Please let me know in the comment section. Yeah, I know I know him when I see him in the movie. He does. He sort of he sort of be hanging with Yondu a lot there, almost like his assistant there. And at the moment he has that, since Yondu died in the second movie, he has that fin. Remember that the big fin that Yondu got in the sequel. Remember when him and Rocket were trying to get Groot to be like, no, get the fin. And remember they had like that. They had that sort of that humorous segment where Baby Groot kept getting all the wrong stuff, and and then there was that conversation between Baby Groot and Rocket. I am Groot. He says it was a relief that you don't want to wear that. I am Groot. He said it wouldn't really look right on you. I am Groot. You probably, and he doesn't understand why you would ever want to put that on you. This is an important conversation right now. Yeah, so yeah, please let me know what that guy's name is in the comment section. So apparently like the remember from the trailer, Nebula, remember Gamora's sister, adoptive sister, because Gamora was taken in by Thanos. So Nebula is like, well, we don't have time for this Christmas thing. And of course, when it was said in the trailer before this movie came out, it kind of came off like almost like saying screw Christmas. But you hear the full thing of it. She's actually saying we don't have time for it because they, from the look of that, she points out that they're trying to, I guess, get some stuff back together on their planet and everything, that they're on their home planet and everything. They're trying to get things back in order, and apparently there's a lot of work that's to be done. Not kind of, but that's pretty much what I got from what she explained. There's probably some details. I'm assuming that because there'd be a lot of stuff I know happens off screen between certain movies there, because they have to be in the MCU. They be switching between different things. Like you take like the Spider-Man trilogy, for example. A lot of things happen between the Spider-Man movies because you got all the other movies that happened before, between, and after them, and after each one of those movies. So yeah, it's one thing about it. So yeah, there's a lot of off-screen stuff. But they do, for the most part, try to make sense out of it in the MCU there, as this string of movies, and also now mini-series that they got, like She-Hulk and all that, go along. So yeah, probably some stuff that happened off-screen with the planet. Could be some stuff with Thor: Love and Thunder. Which I do have. I know I do have that on my Netflix list. So probably some, I assume, anywhere somewhere maybe like this month or possibly next month, depending on what all goes on. We'll finally get around to looking at it. Looking at it and see what that was all about. Thor: Love and Thunder. And see what we think about it. There's probably some stuff that happened in there, because the Guardians of the Galaxy, they did appear in that movie. However, and I know, so back with Guardians of the Galaxy with the holiday special. Getting a little off topic. So So after they mentioned about stuff going on the planet, we get this opening, which is a jingle by by this group here, this little band group. They trying to perform for Peter. uh, and it's a lot of weird stuff in that song. I was like, huh? Like, where are you guys getting all your information and everything? But yeah, I guess to be fair, these guys, I don't think they've really ever done a Christmas celebration. I mean, they know that it's what we do here on Earth. They know about it, but yeah, I don't think they've ever done it or even looked into it until now. And then plus, the type of lifestyle that a lot of these people kind of had and still somewhat have, has a lot of effects of, some of the stuff that they do, especially with Drax and Mantis, what they about to do in this movie. Because they was wondering, like, well, why in the world would they do what they do in this movie? Well, you got to look at what kind of lifestyle these guys have come from. So, yeah, and also just how they are in general coming from these lifestyles. So yeah, we get that Drax got his ha 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 about the story about y'all. I like the part where y'all do kick the tree. Oh, yeah, he doing all that laughing like he did in the second movie. Remember when they talking about Peter Quill and Gamora sitting in the tree. It's like, ha 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 ha! She just revealed your darkest secret. You must be so embarrassed. Ha 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 ha! Do me, do me, do me. Ha 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 ha! And of course he even had a funny moment in whatchamacallit, Infinity War with the popcorn, or I guess that was either popcorn or some kind of snack he was eating. I slowly pick it to my mouth. You cannot see me. And then Amanda's like, "Hi, Drax." It's like, damn it. So we come in with Drax and Mantis. Of course, they're gonna be pretty much our focus. Most of the movie, trying to get Peter the best Christmas gift, and Mantis suggests that it would be Kevin Bacon. Yeah, but let's go get Kevin Bacon and bring him as a Christmas gift to Peter. And Mantis explains that she really feels obligated to do this because she is Peter's sister. And I actually looked up about this. Turns out in the Guardian of the Galaxy comics, from what I looked up, looked up before, well, actually after watching the movie. And again, I didn't write this down in no notes or nothing. This was outside the movie research, because I was just kind of curious about that whole sister brother thing. Mantis actually is not related to Peter Quill in the comics. They don't have any kind of relation to each other. But this was something that I guess maybe James Gunn may have put when he started making the Guardian of the Galaxy movies, that he may have wanted to have implied. And, well, now she just come out and say it here. But in the sequel, when they first met Mantis, there was actually a deleted scene that revealed this information, where she actually had told, I guess she revealed it to Drax in the deleted scenes there, that she was Peter Quill's sister. And yeah, it was, so yeah, they never, in that movie it didn't go anywhere, so that was why it was taken out and just put in the deleted scenes. However, they brought it up here, so yeah, even with the fact that it was a deleted scene, and for somebody that doesn't know that, it's still fine and everything. It's not really like, oh, why didn't they tell us this before? No, it's not that big of a issue, and it kind of makes sense because if you really stop to think about it, despite what they didn't do in the comics, the way, since Peter's father is pretty much a planet Ego, and we know Ego explained he went around the galaxy planting his seeds, his children across the universe. So pretty much Ego is a space version of Zeus. Let me explain that. A space version of Zeus. And yeah, I'll probably be seeing what Marvel's version of Zeus is like when we finally watch Love and Thunder. And flick! You flick too hard, dang it! Oh my! You want some more popcorn? Oh boy, yeah, that was quite a show for Sif and Valkyrie. So yeah, with reason I compare Ego to Zeus. Unlike Disney's Hercules, where they just have Zeus kind of like just a fun joking big brother to Hades, like, well, geez, Hades, knock yourself to death. Work yourself to death! Work yourself to death! I could kill myself! So, yeah, unlike the Hercules movie, the real Zeus in real mythology, Zeus was kind of a butthole and a playboy and everything. A butthole playboy. He, because there was at my old church before Brookwood, one of the ministers was doing his sermon, what kind of God we serve, and he mentioned about Zeus, about the history of Zeus during the sermon. He's like, now, according to the mythology, Zeus, when he became in charge and everything, ruler of the gods and the entire world and everything, he was the God of justice and righteousness, and would punish those who would do wicked, and pretty much any wickedness he would anybody doing wickedness on this earth he would punish. And yet he got the nerve. First of all, he was married to his sister, as they say in Roscoe Jenkins, Betty, he's your cousin, not a potential tip. Yeah, so this dude is married to his sister. Then he goes around having affairs with all the goddesses and the women on Earth. Having a whole bunch of different babies out of each of these ladies and goddesses, and then lying about it to his wife, when he get questioned about it. But yet he gonna punish us here on Earth for what we do, and he going around pretty much making numerous adultery. What kind of God is that? As our minister said, it's like, not a very good dude there. He is kind of a butthole, Mr. Zeus. So, that's kind of what Ego had going on when he said, I planted my seeds around the galaxy. So apparently Mantis is one of those seeds there. I guess I don't know what. I guess I don't know if her mother was still around, or I guess maybe her mother passed at some point. I'm not completely sure on where that backstory goes, but yeah, whatever planet Mantis came from, yeah, apparently Ego went to that planet, and well, as Cuba Pete would put it, chick chicky poop, chick chicky poop, chick chicky poop. Yeah. So, yeah, apparently he chicky booed all over the galaxy. And yeah, that's why so ain't no telling how many other siblings Peter Quill got because of this. They got that obviously have different moms, but everybody got, but all them mamas then had their flings with Ego. So yeah, Mantis is actually Peter Quill's sister. She decides so she gets Drax to go with her. Them two need to Drax and Mantis. Y'all get married already. As that old saying goes that you hear in a lot, that you hear in some shows as a little bit of a joke. Get a room. So yeah, they come to Earth. Yeah, there's a lot of hijinks with these two, and it's really enjoyable to watch there. Also, I forgot to mention, of course, they have a dog, Cosmo, that's in this movie. Not really much that's done with him, but he's there. I don't know if they're gonna do more with him in the third Guardian movie. I would assume that we would see more of that, but he's there. So yeah, you get a lot of hijinks with Drax and Mantis. You get when they first get to Earth, it's like, did you put the cloaking device? Did you cloak the ship like I asked you to? Yeah, I did. And I could clearly see you hitting the cloaking button in front of me. No, you did. Yes, I did. No, you did. I was like, oh, get a room already. Because they definitely sound like a married couple. So they get to Earth. They walk in Hollywood to look for Kevin Bacon, and of course they blend in with everybody, despite the fact that two aliens from outer space. Now they're gonna blend right in at this point in the MCU, because as She-Hulk has established, people with superpowers and beings from other worlds, like the Dark Elves, in Thor: The Dark World, and other life forms and stuff like that. Yeah, all that's just and sorcerers like Doctor Strange, all that magic, space, and all that. That's just everyday stuff for Earth at this point in this universe. Matter of fact, we got elves being taken to court, along with other superpowered people, to the point of pretending that they're Megan Thee Stallion. So, people are actually used to this by now. That's why like in Infinity War, it's like, Doctor Strange coming through one of his portals. Hey, what's up, man? Or like you say, you see, the elf that disguised herself as Megan Thee Stallion. That wasn't nothing unusual. The guy was just mad that she lied to him. But for his, being an elf, like, okay, but you still lied to me. So they pretty well blend in. Matter of fact, to the point, being that they're in Hollywood and around Christmas time, you got a lot of people that are cosplaying the different Avengers and stuff like that. So they look at Drax and Mantis. Now, of course, the Guardians of the Galaxy hadn't really traveled to Earth a whole lot. They haven't really traveled to Earth a whole lot. So a lot of people haven't seen these particular faces a lot, but with all the stuff that they have seen, Cause there was some people thinking like Drax was the god of war. First thing coming to my mind was Ares from Wonder Woman. Like, wrong universe. unless there's a god of, unless they have the god of war in this universe too, like the way they got, Thor and Hercules and all that, Thor and Zeus and all that. So, and speaking, since they got Zeus in this universe, yeah, are they? I'm wondering, are they ever going to introduce the Marvel version of Hercules in this universe? Yeah, because Hercules actually is a part of Marvel Comics, and I also kind of wonder what DC Comics version of Hercules is, because they got Zeus in DC Comics too. Especially Wonder Woman has talked about that. So, but back with this, yeah, they get pictures with people. There's a moment where Mantis thinks that one of the Captain America cosplayers is actually Steve Rod, the real Steve. Steve. Drax gets mad at a GoBot for some reason. And then there's a part. Then they even get drunk at a party. Let's just say the way Mantis takes alcohol, it's like, okay. I almost thought the way she reacted to her first drink. I almost thought. I mean, I didn't think it would kill her, but I almost thought maybe it was gonna be too much for her. Sort of like. I have to share this moment. And yeah, I've told people on my job about this moment. Like people asked me once, well, Gabe, did you ever drink? And I told them no. And now let me explain. If I were to drink anything like an alcoholic drink, if I were and could, I would really prefer wine instead of beer, because I really like sweet stuff, and wine is kind of, has, some, like they got fruit wines and stuff like that, especially something with grape in it, yeah. But sadly, my body is really sensitive to that kind of stuff, to the point, yeah. And I found this out when we went to a church. I can't think of the name, but we were visiting this church. This was the first time I actually had went to a church that actually used real wine at the communion, and yeah, I was not expecting that. And when when they saw like, now let's drink, yeah, when I drank that, I really. And even though it was a small cup of it, I instantly felt lightheaded immediately for a while there, until we got to the, until the service was over. Yeah, it's like, what? Because I'm thinking it's just going to be like, some grape juice in there, but it's like, what? This doesn't feel like grape juice. So, yeah, I can't really chance with alcoholic drinks. It would be nice, but just drinking responsibly, just for like maybe an occasion or something. But yeah, I can't really take it there. Yes, I would like to, but my body don't want to. Yes, so like what I said about eggs. Sometime I grew up eating eggs, but after as I got older, yeah, eggs didn't really like me. I'll leave it at that. So anyway, yeah, so as with Mantis, with her and they both get drunk. Yeah, Mantis, I think she gets more wild than Drax does, because she even blows steam out. Then of course they take a while to sober up a bit, and they're still looking for Kevin Bacon. And then this lady comes with a map to the Stars house, because they do have that in Hollywood. I kind of wonder I kind of wonder, this kind of, I don't know, I'm not really sure what to say on this there about the celebrities allowing their address, the map to their houses to just be out like that in Hollywood for people to just come to. I guess maybe that's a way of having the fans come to them, but I would kind of think that maybe, I don't know. This just like I say, I'm not in the mind of the celebrities. I know that's like I say, they have to. I know they do them, but just in my opinion, I'm not completely sure if that is a really good idea there. Again, that's just me though. Like I say, but I don't know. Maybe there's a different mindset to that. But not really sure about that, but yeah, it's just an opinion. So yeah, they get this map, and of course they get to Kevin Bacon's house. We are looking for Kevin Bacon. We are looking for Kevin Bacon. I guess that's it. Well, your voice is so small, he probably couldn't hear you. Get married already. So yeah, Kevin. I guess Kevin probably thinks that that they're probably crazy or something, and so he kind of blows them off. And there's a funny moment where she asks Drax to throw her over the gate, and he does it too soon. And then he jumps over the gate. They come up to the door, grab a couple of the decorations. Drax gets really that they really get a meet. I think Mantis gets the candy cane, and Drax gets, as he would say, this funny little man. And sort of makes me think of kids with toys, like I want this. So they ring the doorbell. Of course, well, actually they start knocking on the door, and Kevin Bacon. And so he asks. So he actually he looks. He sees them at the door. He's like, "Look, guys, yeah, I'm gonna have to ask y'all to leave, or I'll call the cops." They bust into the house. You're coming with us as a Christmas gift. Scares the living bejesus out of him, and Mantis be jumping around this house. I don't know whatever special effects they use it for her to do that, but it's like, what? Like, okay. It's almost she almost kind of has a Spider-Man moment there. So, it kind of reminds me of like an actual bug you see hopping around like that there. Which I guess her name is Mantis. She got antennas, so I guess she's somewhat like an insectoid alien there. So, guess that kind of makes sense, Then they chase after Kevin Bacon and everything, like in the trailer, you see them bouncing up, very comedical. And then of course there's a fight with the police a little bit. Apparently Drax is bulletproof. The bullets actually tickle him. Stop it, they tickle. It's like, wow. Imagine when you remember, how Superman is bulletproof. Imagine if the bullets tickled him. So, yeah, Mantis actually fights with the cops, putting them all to sleep. And then there's this one moment she gets mad at Drax for flipping over the cop car. Drax, we are not supposed to kill anyone. Well, you could explain the rules to me. How am I supposed to know? Yeah, like I say, Gotta remember the lifestyle that a lot of them have come from there. So, yeah, because like I said, one thing, when the Guardian of the Galaxies, when these characters from the Guardian of the Galaxy, when like Peter Quill and Gamora and all of them, they started off as pretty much like mercenaries and bounty hunters, stuff like and things like that, and pretty much kind of killers there. So they weren't exactly of the hero type from the beginning, but they just sort of kind of fell into that because of situations that they got into in the movies. Like, oh, now you're heroes. Sort of like the Shrek scenario. Yeah, he was just trying to get his swamp back and became a hero. It just kind of happened. So with that, Mantis, of course, puts Kevin Bacon under her control, and they try to, and they end up finding out that he's not a real hero, like the way say the Avengers are. I'm just an actor. Yeah, which of course a lot of those stories Peter Quill told of him, was referencing his movies. But a lot of the people that would hear Peter talk about these stories thought that like this dude was doing this stuff for real. Like a lot of the stuff that Kevin Bacon done in his movies, they were thinking they were real events. So Mantis and Drax are pretty ticked off about this. It's like, you must pretend that you are a real hero to save Christmas. And we get a funny bit of him doing like this British accent. And then there's even a moment where he says, "Hi, I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman." Kevin Bacon as Batman. Oh boy. How that would imagine that being the next movie. Possibly like maybe a comedical movie or something like that. Kevin Bacon Batman. So, and also by the way, speaking of Batman, we definitely know about with Kevin Conroy. Yeah, about his passing right before JDF Kev. Jason David Frank. Yeah, so definitely God rest his soul as well. Yeah, so a lot of people taken from us. Yeah, Jason David Frank, Kevin Conroy, Batman, and of course the guy that wrote Yu-Gi-Oh, Kakahashi Takashi. Oh boy, I know his name. I'd be forgetting the pronunciation unless I look at it on the book. But the guy that wrote Yu-Gi-Oh, and of course a while back we know Chadwick Bosewick. So it's a lot of people take it from us. So definitely God rest their soul. I sort of this morning while I was at work, I sort of imagined some of these people just chilling up in heaven with Mr. Rogers and Stan Lee there. So it's a beautiful day in heaven. So they get back. They get this surprise set up for Peter. Peter comes in the room where they have the surprise set up as all the Christmas lights. It's like it's really breathtaking for him. And then it's like, now for the main attraction. They wheel out this big gift, and of course he hears Kevin Bacon in there. Like, hey, I can't breathe. I'm about to pass out here. They literally got him wrapped up like a Christmas present. So Peter quickly unwrapped the present. Hey, it's me, Kevin Bacon, for you, Peter. Peter is really mad about this, and because the fact that they just kidnapped this guy, or he even uses a term in here. I know what this term. I know what this term is mostly time used for, and I did look it up just to see a little bit more about it. But I've heard this term used a lot lately. Human trafficking. Ouch. Yeah, I was like I say, I know about it, but I was not expecting to hear that in this movie. But that was one thing that made me look it up. Um, Now, most of the time when that term was used, it was mostly used for the definition of uh, of things, sexual involvements. Yeah. However, in this case for the movie, it was more of the definition of what they call forced labor. Yeah. So I guess since he mentioned human trafficking, I guess we're gonna say Mantis and Drax were forcing him to do the labor of entertaining Peter Quill for their benefit. Yeah, but again, like I say, you gotta realize what he's. Yeah, like I say, you gotta realize where what the understanding that these people have, the mindset that they have, and what they've cut, and where their background with those mindsets. So yeah, it didn't quite. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, that kind of thing didn't quite click to them. Uh, and yeah, he tells Mantis to bring him out of the trance, and she does. He's really freaked out about where he's at and everything. So they're about to bring him home. And as they're getting the ship ready to bring Kevin home, the guy that I asked at the beginning of this, what's his name? He tells about how Peter really looked up to Kevin Bacon and told them stories about him, referring to the movies. And Kevin actually thinks about this, and he decides. Well, of course, he still wants to go home, but he decides before he leaves to actually give Peter Quill a really good Christmas by performing. So yeah, which actually gives a pretty good ending. I will admit, as a little bit of a nitpick, that the resolve does kind of go a little too quick there. Cause he just was in a panic and everything, and Peter was all mad about this. Now after explaining about, well, Peter looked up to you and you were like his hero, all of a sudden we jump to Kevin performing, and everybody's cool and everything. They cool and handing presents to everybody. Yeah, that's a bit of a nitpick. Kind of like did I miss a scene there in between this? But other than that, it's not a major thing. I mean, it does. I mean, it's still a good ending there. Like I say, just a bit of a nitpick. I feel like you could have added a little something between the scenes. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I still enjoyed it. Yeah, they all give Christmas presents. I think Nebula even made a replica of Bucky's arm for Rocket. Merry Christmas, which was really sweet of her. Yeah, I really like how a lot of them have progressed leading up to this, and I know there's still more to come in their progression of their character. Yeah, but yeah, that was actually really sweet for this holiday special. Yeah, and of course there's a post-credit scene. Rocket's like, "Oh, now we gotta do another one," because they couldn't get Groot to be a Christmas tree. I guess later we'll be seeing Guardians of the Galaxy celebrate Easter, and who knows? Maybe they'll celebrate Thanksgiving and Halloween. The Halloween one, yeah, well, they pulled off Christmas, so yeah, that Halloween I think would probably be an easy one there. Yeah, I don't think the Halloween one would be too hard. So, yeah, he does that. As Mike Epps say, just give him a moment to think of something. So yeah, so yeah, overall, with nitpicks aside, yeah, this was a really good little special. Yeah, and it is way better than the Star Wars Holiday Life Day special. Yeah, this one put Star Wars to shame. Yeah, the Star Wars Holiday, not the whole Star Wars franchise, just the Life Day special. But yeah, and I also forgot to mention there was the ending where Peter explained that there was more to that story about Yondu hating Christmas. Apparently, Yondu, I guess, had some remorse about, his outburst. And actually, not only did he decide to, partake in a little bit of the Christmas that Peter tried to give him, but he gave Peter a present, which was those blasters that Peter has in the first and second movie, and also in Infinity War. So now we understand where he got the blasters from. Apparently, it was a Christmas gift. So, yeah, that was really sweet. So yeah, that was really good. Really good movie. It was definitely a lot to. Despite the fact that it was short, like say 45 minutes. Yeah, apparently, yeah. It was. I had like I say, it was actually a quite a bit of time passed after I saw this movie before I'm doing this video now. Yeah, I watched it and then had to kind of get washed up a little bit. I just had dinner and I sort of fell asleep before I got up to do this video. So it's still, as Pip say about Enchanted, still in my subcranium. So yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely check it out if you hadn't already. Say, which I would imagine most of y'all listening to this would have checked it out, because you probably know by now that anytime I do these, there's definitely gonna be spoilers. So yeah, definitely. But I guess any of y'all watching this that haven't seen it probably don't mind spoilers. So yeah, definitely check it out. And yeah, definitely be looking forward to their third movie, as well as also a lot of other movies that they got planned, for the next phase and stuff. Yeah, we got quite a big thing coming, so yeah, so we gonna be ready for that. You like what you see, definitely like, share, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and also subscribe. Buy some of our available comic books, and also support us on Patreon. Yes, definitely could use that there, even if it's just $1 a month from you guys. But yeah, definitely support us on Patreon, and we will see you guys later. Take care, everybody. Oh, let me try it again.